Welcome to today's video, everyone. We'll be talking about the upcoming cold pattern that starts next week, everybody. So everyone's seeing the warm air right now, but that's gonna change. It's not gonna be as warm anymore because it's actually gonna be turning back into winter soon. But let's get this video started. Okay, everyone, we got Sunday, December 28th at 8 a.m. You can see we have warmer temperatures in the 50s in parts of Ohio. Kentucky in the 60s, Tennessee in the 60s, 65. Then we got parts of this Arkansas that's 63, 62. Then we got South Carolina that's in the 50s, North Carolina 40s and 50s. We can see that Illinois is in the 30s and Indiana in the 40s, and some parts of Indiana's in the lower 60s too. We can see the southern part of it. Also, you can see the cold front moving in at about that time, almost. Alright, everyone, we got Monday, December 29th at 1 a.m. We can see our huge temperature difference. We got 20s in Ohio now, Indiana in the 20s. Wisconsin is only 4 degrees. Minnesota in 3 degrees, negatives, some negatives. But just remember, guys, these models could change also. There is still a cold air coming, but it could change. Like I'm saying, it could elevate a little or go down, or it's one of the two. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Alright, everyone, we got Monday, December 29th at 10 a.m. So we got temperatures at Cleveland, 19. Columbus, 20. Got places like Chicago, that's 16 degrees at 10 a.m. on Monday, December 29th. They got places like Florida, it's in the 70s. Got places like Virginia, that's in the 30s. West Virginia, the 30s. Kentucky in the 20s, we can see. Then we got places like Louisiana that's in the 40s and 50s. In the south is pretty cold too at 10 a.m. on Monday, December 29th. Alright, everyone, we got Monday, December 29th at 7 p.m. now. So we got temperatures still in the teens, still in the 20s, really cold. Got parts of PA that's 12 degrees. New York, upstate New York's at 10 degrees. We got places like Wisconsin that's like 7, 5, 4 degrees. We got places like Minnesota that's like 4 degrees in -2. Also, and places like Missouri that's in the 20s too. It's a lot of temperatures, cold temperatures there. Alright, everyone, we got Tuesday, December 30th at 7 a.m. So we got parts of Florida now that's the northern parts of Florida is at 37 degrees, 32. This is a freezing mark, around freezing. Then we got parts of Georgia in the 20s. South Carolina is in the 20s. North Carolina, you're in the 20s too. West Virginia, you're in the teens. Ohio, you're in the teens. Illinois, you're in the teens. Wisconsin, you're in the single digits. Then we got places in Minnesota that's in the single digits too. In Iowa, that's in the teens too. In 20s in Missouri and teens. Alright, everyone, so we got Tuesday, December 30th at 4 p.m. We can see up in northern Florida, we only got up to 50 degrees and higher 40s for northern Florida. Then we got places like Orlando that's in the 50s, in closer to 60. Then we got places in Ohio that's 20s. Indiana's in the 20s. Illinois is in the 20s. Wisconsin's in the teens. Iowa in the 30s. Louisiana in the 50s. Alabama in the 50s and 40s. We can see in North Carolina in the 30s. Alright, everyone, we got Wednesday, December 31st at 1 a.m. So we got Ohio that's in the 20s, PA in the teens, Indiana in the 20s, Illinois in the 20s, South Carolina in the 30s, North Carolina in the 20s, Florida in the 40s, Louisiana in the 30s, Missouri in the 20s. We can see the parts of Wisconsin's in the teens too. We've got upstate New York that could be 9 degrees, Maine in the teens. Then we got places like South Carolina and North Carolina that's in the lower 30s, higher 20s. We can see also in Florida's in the 40s too, in 30s. Alright, everyone, we got Wednesday, December 31st at 10 a.m. So we can see Ohio's in the 30s, PA in the teens, New York in the teens, New England states are in the teens, Maine's in the teens, Wisconsin's in the teens. We got places like South Carolina, it's in the 30s, Florida's in the 40s. Louisiana is in the 40s also. Texas is in the 40s. Wow, these are some pretty cold temperatures for these places at this time. So this is interesting, really interesting, these temperatures. Alright everyone, so we got our temperatures for Wednesday, December 31st at 10 p.m. everybody. So we got places like Ohio, that's 25 degrees, 27. Got places like parts of Wisconsin. We have Verde at the bottom of Wisconsin. At the northern part, we have 8 degrees, we can see. And we got places like North Carolina, it's in the 20s, in Verdes. Virginia's in the 20s, in Verdes. Also, and PA's in the 20s, in Verdes. Also, Louisiana's in the 40s, too, in 50s. And Arkansas's in the 30s and 40s, too, you can see. Alright, everyone, we got Thursday, January 1st, 2026 at 4 a.m. now. So, we got, it looks like we got some, teens and up in Wisconsin. Michigan is in the single digits. So, looks like in Ohio we got some 20s. Florida we got some 30s and 40s. Then, parts of South Carolina's in the 20s and 30s. This is interesting. PA's in the 20s. Then we got, New York in the 20s and Maine in the teens also. In the New England states are in the teens too. And that's pretty much it for this time stamp. Alright everyone, we got Thursday, January 1st at 1 p.m. So we got Ohio and Cleveland in the teens also, and some 20s in Ohio. Then we look like in Louisiana we got some 60s and near 70 in parts of Louisiana and Texas. Then we got Florida that's in the 60s. Then we got parts of Indiana that's in the 20s. Wisconsin is in the single digits in teens. In parts of Minnesota too, Iowa in the teens we're at. And parts of upstate New York looks pretty cold, like 5 degrees, and could potentially even roll maybe a negative temperature in there, maybe. But that's probably going to change. Alright everyone, we got Thursday, January 1st, 2026 at 10 p.m. Got teens in Ohio, PA in the teens, and we got Florida in the 40s. We got North Carolina in the 30s. Then we got Virginia in the teens. Indiana in the teens too. Illinois in the teens. Wow. We got places like Wisconsin that's in the single digits, and maybe possibly negative temperatures in Minnesota too, in Wisconsin. For those days. Then we got Maine in the negatives too, in upstate New York too, in the New England states maybe. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you learned something new about this. Make sure to subscribe and notification bell. You never miss a video like this, guys. Okay, guys. See you guys in the next video.